Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am talking all about the Instagram sales funnel and how you can use content to fuel your sales funnel and to make sales. If you are new around here, hi, I'm Bella Foxwell. I am an Instagram educator and a YouTuber that drops a brand new video to YouTube every single Friday, 5 p.m. GMT. If you're a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. Now, the funny thing about today's video is that for the longest time, talking about sales funnels really intimidated me. I didn't really know what a sales funnel was, and when you type sales funnel into Google, it comes up with so many different variations of sales funnel that I was intimidated and overwhelmed by the entire thing. And so I just avoided learning about them, avoided talking about them, and so this is why it's funny that now I am talking to you all about your own Instagram sales funnel and how important content is to make sure that your sales funnel is operating as it should do. So that's what we're talking about today. And I'm really excited to bring to you a simplified sales funnel. So to put it really simply, a sales funnel is just the process of moving a complete stranger who knows nothing about you through your marketing and messaging and whatever medium it is that you're using to communicate with them and share content with them, whether that's your Instagram account, whether that's your website or blog or Pinterest. It's all about moving them through that funnel, through that journey with you from a stranger right through to being a paying customer or client. And content is really key to helping get people from that process of stranger to paying customer or client. Now, the sales funnel that I'm going to talk to you about today has 4 distinct phases. They are attract, deepen, convert, and refer. And the first 3, attract, deepen, and convert, that's really what we're focusing on today. And I'm going to share with you my exclusive SSSS, 4 S's methodology so that you can better fuel every single phase of your funnel and get people from not knowing who you are to really actually knowing, liking, and trusting you and being ready and willing to invest in you or buy from you. So my specific methodology is talking about 4 S's of content, and they are shareable, soulful, service, and sales content. Now, each of these types of content do a different job at moving people through your sales funnel. So we're going to start with shareable content. And this is what really fuels the top of your sales funnel, the attract phase of your funnel. Now, this content is going to get new eyeballs on your account. It's going to get strangers finding your account and debating whether they hit follow or not. And they likely will if they see all your other amazing content on there, which we're going to talk about through this video. But that is the point of shareable content. It is shared widely. And the beauty of that is that it gets you in front of more people, and with the right hashtags, it gets you in front of more of the right people. And so by doing that, you're likely to get more people wanting to follow along and knowing who you are, knowing that you exist. Now, depending on what niche or industry you're in, shareable content might look a little bit different. So for example, if you are in the interior, the travel, the fashion industries, your type of content that is very, very shareable might look a bit different to other industries. That's because Instagram operates a little similarly to Pinterest in this way. So if you think of the kinds of images you share as an everyday user and the kinds of images people tend to pin on Pinterest, those kind of industries like the travel, the fashion, the home, the interiors, you can imagine the kinds of images that are shared a lot. It's beautiful landscapes, it's gorgeous beaches, it's beautiful interior decoration that you share with your friends and say, I want my living room to look like this. Or it's that holiday destination that you share with your family to say, this is where I'm going on my next holiday. It could even be that mouth-watering image of a burger that you share widely. So those are the kinds of images that generally tend to be shared in very visually aesthetic industries. However, one type of shareable content that is shareable, no matter the niche or industry you're in, is the humble text graphic. Now, this kind of content, you can share this no matter the niche or industry you're in, because really it's an opportunity for you to share an opinion or to share something funny, or to share something relatable. Maybe it's a little bit controversial, but it's an opportunity for your brand voice and your opinion to be shared through a text graphic. And you probably know how shareable these can be because you've probably shared a text graphic yourself before, whether on your stories, whether you've shared it directly to a family member or a friend. They are very, very shareable because often it feels like the text graphic is getting inside our head. And that is how powerful they can be when it feels like a brand or a business or an Instagrammer shares a graphic like this and the words are really saying exactly what we think, or they're really relatable, or perhaps they're a little bit controversial and they align to our values, which are a little bit controversial in the grand scheme of things, then this is why they're inherently very shareable. So to give you a quick example on the screen now is a text graphic that was shared by freelancing females. And the graphic says, "Freelance work ain't free work." Now, of course, this resonates deeply with their community of freelancing females. So by getting inside the head of their audience, by saying what they think, and by really, some might say it's a bit controversial to say. I mean, it isn't, it's common sense, but it is making a bold statement. And this kind of graphic is very, very shareable. It's the kind of thing that is likely to go viral. So this is a great type of content to share if you want to be shared and get in front of new people and turn strangers into followers. So think about how you can share some words that are relatable or humorous or a bit controversial or just really relate to your target audience. Have a look at some of your favorite brands and Instagrammers and see what text graphics they're sharing, and that will help spark some ideas. So the next two S content types I'm going to talk about are soulful and service. Now, both of these content types fuel the deepen phase of your sales funnel. So soulful content moves your cold leads, the people who are just following you, who only have just found out about you, they don't really know anything about you. Your soulful content moves them from being a cold lead to being a warm lead, to feeling like they actually know you and have a personal connection. And then the service content moves those warm leads to hot leads by proving your authority, by showing them that you really know what you're talking about and you are the trusted person in your industry or niche. So now let me dive into those a little bit deeper one at a time. I'm just going to interrupt your watching right here with a quick alert, a quick announcement to let you know that if you are enjoying this video about SSSS content, then I am running live workshops from now until the foreseeable future, which is going to help you plan your next 30 days worth of Instagram content. It's a live workshop, 2.5 to 3 hours long, with me, where I walk you through the exact methodology I'm talking to you now, but where I really get you actively planning your content so that you have 30 days worth of content that you know are intentional, aligned to your sales funnel, and you are never left wondering why you're posting and whether it's going to move the needle on your business. If you're at all interested in this workshop, which also comes with a whole bunch of other goodies like templates and tracking documents and things like that, then check out the link I've dropped in the description box below. I'd love to see you at a workshop. Now, back to normal programming. So your soulful content is where you share more of you. Now, don't be mistaken. When I say soulful content, I don't mean you have to bare your entire soul and talk about your personal life all over Instagram. But what is important is just sharing more of you, both in the form of images of you, which tends to be what this type of content is. It's images of the founder or the person or the people behind the account, behind the brand. And then it's coupled with a caption that is perhaps a bit more vulnerable or just a bit more personable and relatable. Now, this content is really powerful because it helps build that like factor of the know, like, and trust factor with your audience. It helps people feel like they have a connection to you. It helps them feel like you are a human being that they can relate to and that they could have a relationship with. So that's why it's really, really important. An example here on the screen is Nathania Creates, and she shared an image of herself and her caption was talking about the ups and downs of finances of being an entrepreneur. It's this kind of caption where You're a bit more honest, you're a bit more vulnerable, but it just shows that you're a human being, really, really powerful at building that connection with your audience and deepening your relationship with them. The second S content type of the deepen phase is the service content. Now, this type of content proves to your community that you are a trusted authority. You really know what you're talking about. And this applies whether you're a jewelry designer or whether you are a business coach. By sharing content that is informative or educational or helpful, or maybe it's myth busting or busting some misconceptions about your industry or specific product or service, this kind of content just really proves that you know what you're talking about. It really is you putting your money where your mouth is and showing your expertise. And this tells your audience that you know what you're talking about, that they can trust in you, and that perhaps you are somebody that they really should be investing in or buying from. So this kind of content, this service content, moves your warm leads to hot leads. It's moving them one step closer to wanting to purchase from you because now they feel like they know you and now they feel like they really can trust you. An example of service content is on the screen now, the Joyce Marie. This is a great carousel post where she is really proving to us that she knows what she's talking about by talking about some common misconceptions when building your brand online. This kind of content, as I said, brilliant at proving your expertise and building trust. And the kind of content that generally fits well for service content are these text graphics or infographics. So again, across the board, it might look a little bit different. If you are an interior decorator, your service content, it might not be a text graphic or a text carousel. It might be a beautiful image of a bathroom that you've worked on. And then the caption is where you break down the tips or advice for creating an amazing bathroom on a budget. But again, across the board, if you want to know a type of content that works really well for service content and what the actual image looks like, a text graphic or an infographic or a text carousel do really, really well. And this kind of content generally drives saves because it's that helpful, informative content that people want to go back and reference later. So last but not least, when we are talking about the convert phase of your sales funnel, the type of content that is really going to fuel this is your sales content. And this content is so, so important. When we talk about sales content, I'm not saying that sales content is content that is exclusively saying, this is my offer, this is my product, buy, buy, buy. We're not talking overly promotional content all the time. Your sales content is really where you are going to convert people and turn hot leads into paying customers and clients. And the way you do that is by sharing stories of transformation. It's where you share motivational and inspirational types of content that really paint the picture of success for your ideal customers and clients. Again, if you're a jewelry designer, that success, that transformation might be self-confidence. It might be a glowing 5-star review that somebody has left you saying how incredible your products are, how the attention to detail is just beautiful and lovely, and they love wearing your products and they feel $1 million. If you're a business coach, it might be that you have managed to increase somebody's income tenfold since working with them. But those stories, those real life human stories of transformation and success and results, sharing those are really going to convince your audience that they have to work with you and buy from you. So like I said, this type of content, it might be a written testimonial, like the example you can see on the screen now from the Joyful Coach. It might be an IGTV interview that you have with a really happy past or existing client where they talk about their experience working with you and how great it was and why they would recommend you to other people. There's a few different ways that you could share this content, but really you want to be positioning how you help people get results front and center. So that kind of content is going to convert other people in your audience that know you, like you, and trust you, and are now ready to buy from you. So you've moved them through the entire sales funnel from complete stranger to hot lead, ready to purchase through your amazing content and your daily proactive engagement, and now they are ready to buy. Now, the final phase that doesn't have necessarily a piece of content associated with it in this video that we're going to talk about, is the refer phase. But it is still a vital phase of your sales funnel, which is why I'm going to touch on it really quickly now. Your refer phase is where you give such an amazing customer or client experience, where you really make that experience wonderful. Not only do you help get results for people, but you also make the entire process of working with you or buying from you just really second to none. When that experience is amazing, that is going to turn your customers and clients into brand advocates. They are going to do the work of marketing on your behalf. They're going to do word of mouth marketing. They're going to refer you and rave about you and share reviews and testimonials that then you can then share to help further fuel your Instagram sales funnel. So it's really important that after the conversion, after somebody has bought from you or invested in you, you then make sure that experience is really great so that you can guarantee you're going to get amazing results and testimonials and reviews that you can then share as content on Instagram and then further fuel your sales funnel. That's all for this week's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed learning more about SSSS content and how it fuels your Instagram sales funnel. I also really hoped it dispelled and kind of cleared up any of your worries or misconceptions or concerns about the sales funnel. I used to think it was really confusing and too abstract for me, and breaking it down in this way into 4 simple phases with corresponding content has just cleared up so much anxiety for me. So I hope it does for you as well. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe and bell button so you never miss a new video when it goes live every single Friday. If you did enjoy this video, I am running live workshops from now until the foreseeable future that will get you planning your next 30 days worth of Instagram content using this SSSS methodology. 2.5 to 3 hour workshop. You will come out of it with 30 days of content planned that are intentional and that fuel your sales funnel. So you never have to think twice about whether you're sharing the right content, whether it's redundant, whether it's actually going to move the needle on your business. If you are at all interested in that, then check out the link that I've dropped in the description box below. I would love to see you there. It's not only a live workshop with me, but there's a bunch of templates and other juicy things that you will get when you sign up. I hope you have a great week, guys. I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Thank you for watching. Bye.